Oi oi! AntKeepsGaming here, and today we're doing a new episode of a new podcast roaches. I don't know why I said today, it's because I'm probably doing the entrance or intro to my streams, so I do apologise. But with me, as always...
Hey, this is CNG Game from Datalyzers, and yay, welcome to another new episode of a new podcast approaches. I'm actually very excited for this one. Before we get into the main event, I will give it off to...
Hello, you wonderful people. The Golden Star is here. Wonderful Golden Star, here to introduce our guest.
Hi, SpaceKing, back here again.
Yay, SpaceKing. So we're going to have SpaceKing with us for a few weeks, so welcome back, SpaceKing.
Good to be back. Definitely always fun to be on here. You guys are really cool to hang out with.
You're really cool to hang out with too. So, if you guys don't know, SpaceKing is with the Assist Alliance, and we're going to have him on, as I said, for a few weeks, and it's good to get the Assist Alliance working with us as well. I love the collab we got going on with the Assist Alliance. I really want to do more stuff with you guys as well, like going forward with the podcast.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so, yeah.
What's up?
Go on, you go. You said like you had something on your mind. Go on.
Before I get into things, I did want to address some stuff that's been going on. As you know, I operate on Twitter out of Golden Sun Shipposts, which is like one of the big Assist Alliance affiliated accounts. It's the one that I run. We basically just post memes themed around Golden Sun, and we've been going through this like massive problem the last couple days because of basically we got sent a suspicious DM by this one dude, and it seemed that the guy was like botting or like alt accounting and stealing accounts and stuff. So Twitter locked every account that I was locked into on suspicious activity claims, including Golden Sun Shipposts. And the problem with that is that I don't have the phone number that account's attached to. I don't own it because I wasn't the guy who originally made that account. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here, because I have to get into contact with the guy who made the account, which, you know, he wants to help out, obviously, because I'm still friends with the guy. But it's just been a mess because Twitter doesn't really understand that you can't just expect people to have the same phone number for years on end, right?
Yeah.
And that was the exact story here with my friend here who originally made the account, because his old phone that had that number is busted, so he has to go through the process of buying a brand new phone just so that he could put the old card in, so that he could change the phone number so that he could take texts, and that's going to take a matter of weeks.
Jesus.
So the account's locked. Yeah, the account's locked, and it's going to stay locked for a while, and that's really frustrating because, you know, there are rumors of potential new Nintendo Directs and stuff, like, as well as, you know, just keeping the spirit of Golden Sun alive, which I've sort of taken up, along with, you know, the guys at Allied Adepts. I take a lot of pride in how big we've made that account, and you know, the thought of it being in jeopardy is just heart-wrenching to me.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's like something you work so hard, you know, to build, and then get it just taken away from you like that. And especially the process you have to go through, or your friend you has to go through just to get this all undone and stuff. So
right.
It's kind of, we're in the same situation. I mean, we didn't even set up the channel. We set up the Twitter, I guess, in a way. But our friend Micro, who's a friend of the show, used to be on the podcast. He is actually the one who set up the YouTube. So yeah, we have to go through things through him if anything happens. So so we know exactly what we're talking about. It's a shame we can't just transfer stuff over. I'm sure there is a way, but again, I'm not quite sure. I'm not that techie, you know. So maybe. So other than that, anything like everything else going okay with you? Anything to report or anything with going on with yourself?
On a personal level, I'm actually doing pretty good. I've been having a lot of fun doing live streams off of my on my personal Twitch account, personal Twitter account. That's where I announce the stuff. and it's been a lot of fun. Been streaming the Persona series this past summer and through the pandemic and stuff, and no, it's a really chill environment. And, definitely have a ton of fun every few days whenever I do it. It's coming to an end soon though because I'm about to start back up college, but I will try to at least get maybe one stream in a week at least, which would still be cool. Not as good as before, but you know, I found a nice hobby. And I finally have a use for this capture card that I bought 3 years ago.
I mean, like, I love games. I love games since I was 3 years old. I've been gaming since then, and I just love like everything about it really. So yeah, and I stream like near enough all the time. Like you know, I stream all sorts of different games. I don't just stream like one game like I know other people do. There's nothing wrong with that, but I stream like lots of different content, like anything from Halo to like Super Smash Brothers to like Grand Theft Auto, whatever you can think of, really, anything and everything, and I love it so much because it's my passion. So it's just a shame that I can't get a bit of growth from it. So like YouTube and Twitch I'm on, but yeah.
For me, I found that a decent-ish way to grow, just host people and raid people. Just they'll appreciate you for it.
Oh yeah, I've done that as well, yeah, and stuff. I haven't been raided or anything for a while, and I did like one time I did like a raid stream basically. I didn't just do that. I played the game as well, but raided tons of people, and a lot of people shouted me out and stuff, which I do appreciate. But it's like some people said, "Oh, we do collabs and stuff." I'm like, okay, still waiting for this day, and that was like about 6 months ago. So anything's good. So yeah, I mean, like before we get into other stuff as well, have anyone else got anything like they want to talk about, like themselves or what they've been up to, what they've been doing? Because we've kind of like we've had topics on here. We still got topics. We haven't gotten more organised now. We kind of just talk about whatever was happened during the week that's come across, but we haven't really got any order to it now. So, well, have you got anything else that's happening with you?
Personally, nah. Although in terms of game stuff, some cool stuff's coming up that I'm looking forward to. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll just see if you got anything to say or talk about.
No, my life isn't interesting.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh man, that's kind of sad, actually.
Well, you know what's been the fun thing? I love when I have to lock my door fearing of getting a disease due to a pandemic. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Thankfully, I live in just like the boonies, so it's just like I don't have to worry about it because nobody does anything here. We're all in this part of the country. We're just all hermits. Like we only go to Walmart once every 2 months. It just have massive freezers and just live out here. It's nothing to do. So it's like been business as usual for me through the pandemic.
I mean, I love it. I mean, the work. I mean, I'm working from home now, but I still haven't got a lot of work, so I'm still doing a lot of gaming in between, so it's good. Especially Halo Master Chief Collection, there's so much more customization. Master Chief's for Smash. And
yeah, why not bring Master Chief Collection to Switch?
Yeah, man, now
that.
you're talking my language. Oh my God. I would love that, honestly.
Master Chief Collection coming to Switch is deconfirmed. Also, Xbox Game Pass coming to Switch.
I believe only Xbox Game Pass was deconfirmed. I don't believe Master Chief Collection was actually just confirmed. I looked onto it. Didn't see anything.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
It's on Snapchat.
It was just specifically the Game Pass. The thing about Game Pass is that if you're porting Game Pass to the Switch, you actually have to. You basically have to build the Xbox UI overhead of the Switch UI, and it's just a mess.
And
So-
I kind of get why Nintendo wouldn't be okay with that.
I think Nintendo would be perfectly okay with that. I think that it's just that Microsoft sees it as a feasibility issue more than anything.
I think if we did get like the Master Chief Collection for the Switch, I don't want to say this because like every I know people saying like, oh, no matter what game series comes as a Switch, that character's going to be confirmed to Smash, and I don't want to say that, but I mean, in a way,
If Master Chief Collection comes to Switch, there is no way that Master Chief isn't in Smash. That's the one time I'll make that exception.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it confirms him, but I feel like if that happens, I definitely feel like he has a big leg up over Steve. If it doesn't, I genuinely think Steve has him beat. But if that happens, I think Master Chief has a massive leg up.
See, I think, obviously I want him in, but I disagree that it will make him be in Smash. I think in a way it will make his chances better, but I don't think it will make him be in Smash. That's just my personal thing. But then also with the Master Chief Collection, it is huge. It's got like 4 different campaigns on there with like 10, 12 levels. Then you've got the multiplayer. Then you've got Forge and Theatre.
How big is the data?
I'm not quite sure how big the file size is. I can't turn on my X1 at the moment, but it is quite big because to actually play the Master Chief Collection, you have to download, for the Xbox anyway, you have to download every single campaign to your Xbox. So, and I know Halo 1 wasn't probably too big, but then don't forget you got the Anniversary, you've got Halo 2, and you got Halo 3, 4, you got Reach, you got Firefight, you got multiplayer, I said Theatre, you got all that, so that's quite a lot. The only other thing I can think of, if they just put like each Halo game on the Switch, so Halo 1, 2, 3, but not the Master Chief Collection, because somebody was telling me this, so that's a good point as well, but it depends what you believe.
To be fair, Master Chief Collection has been heavily rumoured / straight up leaked since... I think it's been since Smash was announced, actually. I think that was highly rumoured since then.
It's been a little after Smash. It didn't start getting a lot of steam until like March, April last year. So
yeah, I remember.
So like around the time that Banjo-Kazooie's rumors started popping up.
And
okay, so according to this, the size of the whole entire Master Chief Collection for the Xbox is 24.94 gigabytes.
That can fit on a 32GB card, which is being much more standard on Switch now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because there's been I've heard 2 games heavily rumored for Switch, and they are Kingdom Hearts Collection and Kingdom Hearts Stories, which apparently was listed on a game store, which is nice. And Master Chief Collection.
Regarding the Kingdom Hearts Collection, I personally doubt that, and the reason that I do is because if you're going to do the Kingdom Hearts Collection, the ideal collection to do it would be the story so far, which includes everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 to back cover, right? Well, not back cover. It includes everything to 0.2, I think, right? And
yes.
0.2
from back cover to 0.2.
Right. So that would. The thing is about that is that it runs like crap on PS4. I'm not joking when I say that my playthrough of 0.2, like it was going all the way down to like 15 to 20 FPS at points. And if it runs that bad on PS4, I shudder to think if it's even feasible for Nintendo Switch.
I've heard it happen on Xbox. Like 0.2 when I played it, it was like it was extremely terrible. It was like 10 FPS.
Damn. So yeah. Then you just comes into the question like, okay, maybe it can be done, but do you want it to be done, right?
I mean, I have heard it was listed on a game store. Like I have heard it's been literally listed. So
game store.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know which one. I think it was.
We might be Lichdom Battle Mage territory where a game just runs at 7 FPS on a console.
Oh, hell yeah. Sounds amazing.
E.T.
But obviously, like, people would say, well, then just don't include the 2.8 part of the collection. Well, here's the thing. That just makes it an objectively inferior collection to the story so far, and people would bitch and moan. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So that's why I personally don't see the Kingdom Hearts collection coming over.
Fair. Or, they may just not give a shit and just be like, yeah, you're still having it. Enjoy 7 frames per second, guys.
Yeah, maybe. Although Kingdom Hearts 3, rumor has it they attempted to port that and it just failed.
I've heard stuff like they want to port it, they were going to look into it afterwards, but I've also heard they have tried and failed, so no idea what's happening with that.
I'd assume it's just not going to happen. Which, it makes sense that Kingdom Hearts 3, it really does give the PS4 a run for its money.
Yeah, the thing is, like, on Xbox, Kingdom Hearts 3, like, just in the Hercules world, the FPS was very low, but when you play the game more, it gets much better for some reason.
I would imagine if they did put these games over, they would have a downhaul in graphics at least.
Well, yeah, they'd have to. Like, at that point, you're running into like just the hard limits of what the Switch can do at all.
Oh,
If you
finally.
don't downgrade the graphics.
I've just downloaded Kingdom Hearts Memories, Kingdom Hearts story so far. Let's play it. Switch immediately explodes.
Damn.
Worth the money, guys.
Oh no. You are not gonna. The story is very long, and plus, you're not even gonna. It's gonna be very hard to understand almost everything about the characters.
I know. That's the reason I'm not into Kingdom Hearts lore, because I don't want to have an aneurysm over a story.
Be ready to learn all of 8 Xehanorts.
Kingdom Hearts is one of those stories where it's just like, it's very clear that they gave Nomura clearance to do literally whatever he wanted to do, and that's to the story's detriment. Because I feel like Kingdom Hearts' problem is that it has a great concept, great worlds, a solid narrative through line, but the things that happen between are just utter bullshit. And there's so little rules and consistency, and I feel like Nomura honestly needs something like Akira Toriyama's editor for the original Dragon Ball manga, just someone that utterly despises him and his writing style that will push him to do better. But Square Enix doesn't operate that way, so I'm not getting that wish.
I mean, on the upside, at least we have 100 Xehanorts now, and you can never have too many Xehanorts.
Right, exactly. It's
Wait,
not
actually, I have a
deep, it's
question
not
for you.
interesting, it's just pretentious.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Can you try naming as many Xehanorts as you can?
Bob.
Master Xehanort, Young Xehanort, Ansem, Zemnis,
Bob 2.
You're forgetting something.
Terranort,
Yep.
fuck. He put his soul in, half his soul in, what's his name? Zigbar. There's blue guy with the club. I don't remember his name. I feel bad. He's kind of cool. I forgot his name. Blue hair guy.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
His name is Isa.
Isa. Yeah, Xehanort put part of his soul in that guy too.
Marth.
God. I'm almost done. I know I'm almost there.
Wait, SpaceKing, are you Xehanort?
Jesus Christ.
You have another Xehanort.
C&J made a video on this, though.
How do I remember this? Oh my god, how do I remember all of this?
C&J made a video on this.
I'm about to tap. I have to tap out. I can't do anymore. My brain's hurting already.
Then I will help you. There are 2 young Xehanorts.
Oh, why?
There are 2. That was the only one you were bringing.
You know what?
Bob and Bob 2.
Why?
You know what? Screw Soren Smash. We need Xehanort.
Oh god, I'm playing Smash right now, and I'm playing as the hero, and I'm just like, I need to check out of playing the hero right now, because if I play another Square Enix character in the immediate vicinity, my brain's gonna hurt. Square, why did you let this happen?
You want me to make you have more aneurysm?
All thanks to Bob and Bob
Who
2.
has different outfits? And how many times you have slept? I just made your day more stressful.
Oh
Can't
no,
believe
you
you've done
just
this.
like watching me suffer right now. Okay, I think about Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I played Kingdom Hearts 1. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was a really decent action RPG.
Wait, you
I
liked it?
I liked Kingdom Hearts 1. Okay.
Someone
Then
said
I played Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and I'm not even joking when I say that I fell asleep playing that. Like, I literally fell asleep. It's
worst
that
gameplay.
boring.
Worst Kingdom Hearts gameplay, because you literally just move, You have only 30 options to attack. What kind of game is that? Like, of course, it makes sense for the story because
if you want to make Kingdom Hearts Yu-Gi-Oh, make Kingdom Hearts Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't try to force an action game formula onto it. So that was terrible. I actually wanted to commit die. So then I watched movies. I
want to self-delete.
I watched the movies, the 358 movie. I actually quite enjoyed that. But then I heard about how bad it was as a game on the DS from my girlfriend who played it, and she was like, "Oh, that's almost as bad as Chain of Memories." It's like, excuse me.
Oh, just because of the whole controversy with maybe.
Oh god. So then I finally, by the time I get to Kingdom Hearts 2, though, I'm just so mentally exhausted that I don't even bother. So I just like I only found out what happened in the story just via osmosis, and like being on RPG Twitter so long, it just naturally hear shit.
Yeah, people say that it's the best Kingdom Hearts, but that's not really what I think. Because they reused a lot of worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, I think the only new actual world, other than Beauty and the Beast, is Mulan.
I know the real best Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
That game, that game title, man.
I mean, that's a tier game title, if you ask me. I mean, Final Chapter Prologue, genius. How did I think of that?
HD remastered remake.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry and Knuckles.
Oh, guys! I just realized. Speaking of that meme, Dante from Devil May Cry. They confirmed that.
Oh yeah, right. I remember that.
They confirmed that in the Shin Megami Tensei 3 remaster that Dante is actually returning. So the meme lives.
Right, but the thing is, he's DLC, when in the original game, he was not.
I mean...
Okay, well, actually, there's a story there. Dante wasn't actually originally in Shin Megami Tensei 3. The version that we got in the States was the Maniacs version, which was just an updated re-release. In English, though, they just called it Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, because that's what it was. Because we hadn't had the previous versions. But they made a final version in Japan, a third version. And that included Raido Kuzunoha instead of Dante, right? So, from our perspective, we're getting a new stuff with the Raido route instead of Dante, but we still get to keep Dante. So I'm fine with paying extra for that personally, just because he was a bonus to begin with. You had to buy the whole game. It's like, okay, do you want to pay $70 or do you want to pay $50 twice?
$50 twice.
Right.
Pay more money, support Atlas.
Yes.
Actually, yes. Unironically, yes, because I want more shit. They are more than Persona. God damn it.
What do you mean? They're only Persona. But Shin Megami Tensei is just Persona. It's a Persona spin-off, right?
Persona is a spin-off of SFT.
I know. When I saw the replies, I was just thinking. I just lost brain cells. Like, I don't care about Shin Megami Tensei, but come on.
I don't know what you say, but I'm
You're getting with the Dante stuff. You're getting a whole story route.
I'm out of this conversation completely. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just looking at pictures of Master Chief at the moment because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I hardly know what's going on myself. Like I'm just playing Smash and talking. I'm just trying to get warmed up because I know you're all gonna beat my ass at this game.
It's a full way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We never take it competitively unless you're seeing Jay. He just goes after me for some reason. He's like, just ignore WAH, just go for seeing Jay. So I've decided to go start for seeing Jay.
Alright, I can tell that this has been a random show so far. I mean, I'm assuming that's just how it normally goes.
Yeah, we always do random. Well, we used to have like some sort of like we'll just we introduce a guest and then we go on topics, but we haven't really been doing that this time. We just whatever the guest wants to speak about and talk about the guest and everything, and then we just talk about whatever. If anyone's got anything to add, like during the week that's been happening. So So yeah, and what we've been playing. So.
It's not this week, but next week there's something cool coming up. I
Are they going to announce
birthday.
Golden Third 4?
I hope, but that's
My
they're
birthday?
actually- no.
What?
No, there's a new indie game coming out that I'm really looking forward to. It's called Samurai Jack: Battle Through Time, which is actually a canon sequel to the events of the cartoon. For brief history, basically there was a cartoon by, I think his name was Gendy Kartakovsky, and for just before they could finish the show back in the early 2000s. They had canceled it just because, like, toy sales and crap, which is a shockingly common story for cartoons. But
Teen Titans.
people
I don't know.
asked for years for them to bring it back, and they eventually did. Which we got. They got the final season of the show on TV through Adult Swim. They picked it up, and they actually, like, using Adult Swim, they actually got to do more intense stuff. Like characters actually bled now, and there was the occasional curse word now, and but it avoided being edgy and stuff. Really good, and it ended on. People were kind of mixed on how it ended and all, but some people wanted more, some people wanted stuff like the comics. Things just randomly go silent for like 2 years, and then new video game, and it's canon. I'm so fucking hyped, dude, because that was like one of my favorite shows. And it looks like a lot of fun. It's a 3D action game. My friend saw it, and he basically said, this is just Bayonetta light in terms of how it plays. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because it just fits the gameplay. It fits, like, the character and the world so well. And to add to that, like, the guys running the social media page of the game, they are having so much fun with it. Like, they always talk with the community and stuff about, like, stuff that the fans want to see, and it's really fun because, you know, you don't get that with a lot of major publishers for games. It's only, like, on the smaller side do you see the devs, like, palling around with the community, and that's really cool. I love that. So it comes out next week, and I'm definitely getting it. It's gonna be on the pricier side of indie games, $40, but for the continuation to one of my favorite shows of all time, sign me up.
Right. I literally don't know what to say. It's just there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts and Dante and everything.
I mean, props to them. They won't let the series die.
Right.
Don't worry, it's gonna get cancelled next for bad game sales.
Oh no.
Oh god. Actually, I don't think that it will, because apparently they did mention that the pre-orders have been promising. So, and like the game's coverage has been decent. Like they had like videos with IGN and stuff that get hundreds of thousands of views. So the game's getting a decent amount of exposure. So, here's hoping.
Yeah, but Cartoon's Network's taste will just be too high.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was just like, oh, this game sold like 2 million copies, but it could have sold like 7, so we're not going to do anything.
Yeah, but this Teen Titans Go show got so many more views, so I don't know, it got more money.
No, I absolutely hope that they continue doing stuff with Samurai Jack. Like, I'd be down for another show, I'd be down for another game after this, or comic books. I'd be down for anything. I hope that they do continue it.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. You know.
Also, yes, the song that song, the opening song, is going to be in the game. They confirmed that. Also, all the voice actors of the classic characters are returning for the game, which is awesome. So I'm finally gonna. I wanted there to be a video game of Samurai Jack since I was a little kid. I remember watching that when it was on Cartoon Network, and like I was like mesmerized by the action. That was hugely like defined a part of my tastes, is like just in media and stuff, like the kind of action and stuff that I want. So it's sort of like the boon that Avatar is experiencing from its re-release on Netflix, where it's getting a lot more attention, and couldn't be happier about that. One of my favorite properties is just finally getting some attention that it deserves.
What, Avatar the movie?
No, not the movie. They re-released the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, and it actually became the most watched show in Netflix history.
Oh gosh.
I was trying to make a joke.
No, you weren't. Don't lie to me.
Yes, I was.
No, you wasn't.
I'm sorry for ruining your joke.
All
We
right.
always do.
So, let's see how long we're going for. 30 minutes. All right, cool. So, do you guys want to talk about some like stuff going around the internet, like maybe some leaks and stuff going around, making the rounds around the internet, making round about.
Yeah.
So.
Sure, I'm in the mood. I'm playing Smash right now.
Cool. So, what do you guys? Is any Smash related stuff you guys want to talk about? I mean, we could talk about the whole. I mean, what as we said before, we went live on the podcast. Well, say live, recorded on the podcast. Is so SpaceKing, when you saw Min Min get revealed, and like spirits didn't deconfirm fires, how did you react to that at first?
First it was a sense of existential dread, and I'll explain why. Because I personally had wanted Springman, and my concern going through that trailer was, oh god, we're gonna get back to this, and Sakurai's gonna get up while they're on the stage, and he's gonna say, oh, well, we included Midman because we couldn't include Springman, or something along those lines, right? But then he said, oh, we included Minmin because Mr. Yabuki, the director of ARMS, simply said, I want Minmin. It wasn't because of Springman's status as an assist trophy that he wasn't included. It's simply because the director's favorite character was Minmin, and he wanted her. And to add to that fact, he even like went further to justify it, saying like, well, with ARMS, every character is a hero, so naturally we can include whoever we really want to. And from that angle, it actually makes sense to include Min Min because she has her whole unique mechanics, like the kung fu stuff that she has with like the kicks and stuff, the dragon arm. So she has
being a waifu.
Yeah, she has probably the most unique mechanics amongst the ARMS in a cast. So if you're going to include one of them, I guess you might as well include the one that will be the most interesting.
I mean, I feel
And
like
so because Springman wasn't the one skipped over on account of his assist status, massive sigh of relief, and then I can just bask in the glory of spirits not deconfirming, and be happy about it because I maintained from the very beginning that the notion that assist trophies deconfirmed was absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never believed in that. Never believed spirits deconfirmed. Never believed assist trophies deconfirmed because basically it's their game or Sakurai's game and Nintendo's game. They can do basically whatever they want. So.
I feel like as long as you're not paid DLC, you're safe. I feel like if you're DLC, you may be at a bit of risk, but if you're not paid DLC, you always have a chance. That's my personal stand.
Well, I mean, regarding like assist trophy, I mean DLC spirits, in my mind, I don't even feel like those are dead in the water, and the reason is simple. Because the most of the DLC spirits probably would have been decided before before Fighter Pass 2 was, right?
I feel like for me personally, I feel like they would have saved it for a spirit board, but I could be wrong.
Or maybe they just make the DLC spirit board the DLC character's spirit, and like just make the DLC spirit board the DLC character's board. Just reuse it. Why not?
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I know they've got like Min Min as a spirit, and a fighter now, which is crazy. You can actually attach the Min Min spirit to Min Min, which is crazy, which is funny as well at the same time.
I mean, Smash has never made sense in that regard. Like, you can play as Chrom, and you can get beaten by Robin, who used Robin's Final Smash, which summons Chrom. So then you could kill Chrom with Chrom, and then Chrom can pose with Robin as Chrom then claps in the background. So it's just like, it never made sense. And anyone who's attempting to apply logic to this is just like kind of missing the point. It's wacky Nintendo fighter with So like it was never meant to make sense.
Mm.
Never meant to have any consistency like that.
Well, it's the same with like just any fan rules. I mean, over the years, it's been disproven every single time. You can't have third parties. Then we have Sonic and Snake. You can't have like characters because it's too big. Another character because it hasn't been on like a Switch console, the game series. It's been just deconfirming after deconfirming. That's why I never believed it anyway. So, and when even he heard this fan theory going around, I've never believed it. And keep saying this till then. I'll just never believe it. So yeah, that's just where I stand on it. I would ask C and J and Where, but they're both muted. Oh, C and J. So what did you think?
Who's muted?
You both was muted.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, it was. I saw it. I can see it was Discord right here. I just want to know what you guys think about the whole. I mean, I don't think we actually said about your reactions actually to Min Min about the whole. Spirits not deconfirming fighters, but I knew wow, you didn't believe that anyway. But I didn't.
I mean, I felt nothing because it was common sense. They didn't. I don't believe anyone with the past one I understand, but I can't think of anyone who would genuinely believe that a PNG killed a character's chances. I don't believe. I believe someone common sense would think it may hurt chances, but
I can tell you one reason why so many people thought they deconfirmed. I could tell you one reason why. Because then because if they're deconfirmed via spirits, then they aren't competition for the piece of shit characters they want.
I got it for past one. I can understand where they're coming from for past one, but come on, past two. At that point, I'm just, why?
It's not called Relic Night. I will always use that. That's so funny.
But I mean, I feel like people just want to make rules either for security or because they don't want to be proven wrong, so they're too stubborn to change their minds. I know, killing competition.
C&J, what did you think, really? What was your initial reaction about Min Min? Like a spirit thing, that theory being deconfirmed, that theory?
Oh, for a whole year, there's been a big debate if spirits do deconfirm or spirits do not deconfirm. And when I realized that Min Min was going to be a fighter from ARMS, now we knew that there was a definite answer. And I was very happy because there are some spirits that I actually do want to be fighters for. So now they have a chance. Definitive chance.
Right. What any other Smash stuff you guys want to go over while we're on the subject of Smash?
Isn't there a new theory going around about rated M
theory? You guys want to go straight for that? Okay, there's a new theory going around called M theory. Papagino's covered this. Always mentioned him on the podcast. He's been on a podcast once. We're trying to get him back on again, so make sure you guys look out for the episode. So I don't even know how to start this really. Another theory called M theory. I mean, how did it start off? Does anybody know? I mean, I obviously saw his video, but I can't actually remember what it was.
It started because someone DM'd Papagino's.
What was it actually about, though? I mean,
it was something to do with the titles can change the presentation's rating in America.
That's it. Yeah, because of the name.
Yeah, I remember what.
It was like.
So basically, it's when a fighter has been fully revealed, they go to this banner art with the invitations. They open one, and for the fighter that was revealed, they open one up and they show the fighter. So on the top left, there's supposed to be a logo. In Fighter Pass 1, they did that up to Terry, but for Byleth,
that's it.
For some very strange reason, all logos for every fighter banner, there are no more logos. It was only the fighter, the name, no logos at all, which would have meant that the ESRB is probably changed and Darkrai wanted to keep the presentations E10 up and not mature, mostly because, Persona 5 is a mature game. And if they put a Persona 5 logo, since it's mature, that would ruin the rating of it being ET. And also, for America, it was the same thing with the Assassin's Creed Mii costume and the Fallout and the Fault Boy.
That's
Is
it.
it called Fault Boy?
Yeah, Vault
Ah,
Boy,
Vault
and it
Boy.
was supposed to be Fallout
Vault
in
Boy.
European versions, but no, it was in Japanese version or whatever it was.
European and Japanese.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Like,
every single version had Assassin's Creed and Fallout. Except America for some very strange reason. Because they had Altair and Vault Boy. So
America
here's the
is
thing.
dead.
So here's the thing. People think that because of the promotional ads, the banner, the logos for the Mii costumes, people think, maybe we're gonna get at least one mature rep sometime. First of all,
Okay,
that's
I
kind of
understand. I understand the notion of there being some effery going, some screwball crap going on with like the notion of like the ESRB screwing around with Smash. Because like if you remember, in Smash 4, there was going to be a Tharja trophy that was leaked in the ESRB leak postings, but presumably that was removed because potential sexual content. And then Sakurai himself talked about how like Sero, the Japanese rating board, basically wanted to rip his head off because of Bayonetta. And so there's a precedent there for like the Smash running into problems with regards to the rating boards, and to that angle I feel like they'd just be better off just making the game rated T, but whatever, right? So I feel like, yeah, there's a precedent there for the rating boards having a say in what ultimately happens, but I don't think that it's so far as to influence the roster as Bayonetta proved.
It's something to do with the actual logos, like, you know, in the Sakurai Presents, like the most recent one with Minman, it was rated E10 to teen, and the only teen content was the Tekken logo. With the Heihachi Mii costume, who should have been playable, by the way.
So, the thing is, I'm not quite sure if I believe this theory or not. I don't think it holds any weight. I really don't think it does. It might be, but I think it's one of these theories. I think it's more of a tin hat theory, or tinfoil hat theory, or whatever you want to say. I don't believe it myself. I can see might get an extra mature, like, rated character, maybe. So, and if that's the case, it's between, obviously, 3 or 4 people, which is... well, people said about Master Chief, like, in the M-Raid. I don't know what it is in America, the rating for the Halo.
He's T. I thought Halo's a T.
I think in America he has some M-Raid releases. I'll quickly check that.
Yeah, thanks, Wah. But
I think Halo 5's rated M, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the series
it's
isn't.
teen, yeah, because like even.
Well, guess what, guys? Ace Attorney Dual Destinies is rated M. Phoenix confirmed, guys. I did it.
See,
We
joke about Phoenix Wright, but I think he actually has a decent shot.
I really want Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. See, wait, I'm just looking now as well, just for this. So even Halo 5 is like 16, and the rest of the Halo series is 16. So Halo doesn't fall under that category. It's younger. So like
Halo. 1 minute. Hey, I think Halo was rated M.
Really? Which one was that?
I don't know. It just said 1 minute. Reach was rated M.
Reach.
1 minute.
Reach is a really hard. What's up?
No, it says it says it was rated M somewhere. Halo 2 was rated M. Halo 3 was rated M. Halo 3 ODST was rated M. Halo Reaches was rated M.
Interesting.
Halo 4 was rated M. Halo 5 was rated T for teen.
That's really odd because here it's got 16 years or over.
I think because I think that's UK. I think that's British.
Yeah, UK rating. So over in America, it's M rating.
This is we're talking about America, where you know a 10-year-old can own a gun.
Yeah. So that's
obviously.
I apologize on behalf of my country. I'm embarrassed by it.
So no, it's fine. It's just like what I'm trying to get to is like I don't think Master Chief falls under the category, even though in America it's rated M, but over here it's teen. So it's got to probably fall some, depending on what content's in it. It must fall altogether somewhere in between. So, in my personal opinion.
I think he definitely would count as an M-rated character. Then you also have characters like Ryu, Hayabusa, Dante.
That's it.
And while I would love this character, I know he doesn't have a chance. Scorpion, characters like that, Doomslayer, who I honestly think's deconfirmed in my opinion. But you have characters like that who work with M Theory. And it's interesting. I feel like the theory is correct, but I don't think it confirms an M-rated character. That's my current stance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the other way. I don't believe the theory, but I believe we will get an M-rated character.
Oh, I think we'll get an M-rated character. My prediction is we'll get Travis Touchdown. I genuinely think he makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, considering what we was talking about a while ago, you know, the whole, what was it? I forgot what I was going to say.
Mr. Sakurai and Suda have known each other for a very long time.
For a very long time. So
There is something interesting I don't think people have actually looked at here, though. This would basically mean we wouldn't be getting any Mii costumes from said series, most likely. Because they would have to show that logo anyway, and if that's really a worry for them, and they wouldn't want to do something like X Dante from Devil May Cry, it's something that interests me. Would that mean we'd get say we got Dante, would we get any Devil May Cry Mii costumes?
Yeah.
Most likely. I mean, you can't do Devil May Cry and Smash without putting Nero and Dante Mii costumes in. You just can't.
Well, I mean, think of like we had with Min, we had some arms.
No, it's more the fact that it would still say cross Devil May Cry. That's the part that gets me, because it's clear, because this suggests they don't want to do something like X Dante, for example. That's what it kind of suggests, and that's what makes me think, would we get any Mii costumes from said series? Though I could just be overthinking it.
See,
I likely am.
If it's an M-rated character, I mean, yeah, I think Travis makes sense. Like considering what we said before, what we talked about beforehand, so it makes sense. But again, I don't think this. Going back to Master Chief, because obviously this is,
I could see Master Chief.
Master Chief. Like
Travis is the one that makes the most sense in my mind.
It does make the most sense, but I cannot rule out Master Chief as well. Not because of this, but because just in general anyway.
When it comes to free, I honestly feel like if I had to really say free, I feel like it goes between Dante, Travis Touchdown, and Master Chief. I would prefer Phoenix over Dante, to be honest.
Actually, let's speak of that as well. When we as we hear. So, like, obviously. Just trying to think how I word this. I had this perfect in my head now, but I completely forgot how to word this. So
words are hard.
I guess it's like, what is the top? Not the characters that we want, but who do you think like are the top run-ins for the next characters? I suppose. What do you guys reckon?
I feel like Gino is really high in the running for the next one, because if you think about it, the next character was most likely going to be a character at E3. And every E3 thus far for this Smash cycle, we've gotten characters that people really wanted. Yeah. You got Ridley in 2018, Banjo in 2019, and for Japan, Hero, right? And then this year, well, what's one of the biggest fan requests of all time? It most likely would have been Gino, right?
Honestly,
yeah, Gino is probably.
I think Gino has a chance, but if I have to think about this. Currently, the pandemic going on, I feel like it's harder to get out to third parties at the minute, so I feel like it's most likely another first party.
That's what I said to the guys as well, SpaceKing. I said, I think we're going to get 3 first parties just to see what the situation is around the world, and then get 3 third parties. That's how I think it's going to work.
If I had to make a prediction, I feel like it is about between Waluigi and Paper Mario. If I had to be honest to how I feel.
Yeah. And that's another question for you guys, actually.
And watch us get Toadette.
And that's another question for you, all of you guys as well. Like, not only who you think the front runners are, and obviously we get to you guys as well. But also, like, who did you think they would have revealed at E3 this year? So tell me who the three front runners. So it's Gino, Waluigi, probably. I want to say Isaac, but I'm not quite sure because obviously the whole. I do not believe that Assist Trophy is deconfirmed, but I'm not quite sure on it. So still, because we still to this time have not had an Assist Trophy deconfirmation, theory thing.
I'm hesitant to put Isaac as a high chance until we get something Goldenson confirmed, if I have to be honest.
Yeah, I think that.
Well,
that's
there are a lot of interesting rumors going around about Golden Sun right now.
I know. I know there's a lot of interesting rumors. I'm just don't want to get my hopes up. In other words, I'm going to be pessimistic.
So
that's absolutely fair.
So who do you think are the three front runners then at the moment to you guys? It doesn't matter, just any three characters you think. Obviously, it's got to be Gino for us three.
Honestly, for me, I wouldn't say Gino.
You wouldn't see Gino, okay? So
I feel like Gino will get in this path, but I just wouldn't say Gino as a front runner.
Okay.
I'd probably say.
We'll start with you, Wah, then first.
All right, I'd probably say Waluigi and Paper Mario are my top two, and as a third, I don't know, maybe Rex. I don't think Rex will happen, but if I had to say a third, I'd say him.
That's cool.
Actually, I think there's a good argument to be made on Rex because like with the Min situation, right? Like Mr. Sakurai very clearly wanted to include both ARMS and Xenoblade 2, but just didn't pan out due to timing. So I think there's a really strong argument for Rex, actually.
It's not necessarily the fact that I don't feel like Sakurai wants him. It's more the fact that I feel like Nintendo would rather go for a character from Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition to promote that rather than back to Xenoblade 2. That's the part which kind of stumps me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that just depends on the direction they're taking with the next Xenoblade game proper then. Because like they could very easily make direct sequels to 1 or 2. And if it's a character from Definitive Edition, then it'll probably be Melia from who's the main character of Future Connected.
That's just the part that really stumps me with Rex. I feel like at the first part, I could still see Rex happening, but that's just the part which kind of makes me off-put from him a lot.
In any case, I think we can agree, and on any level, that a Xenoblade character though is pretty likely.
I feel like a Xenoblade character is a decent chance. It's just that part really stumps me, and I still do feel like Rex would have the best chance, but just because of that, I just can't be confident on a Xenoblade character.
Also, it's going back to like what Billy said last week, saying like you pay for a Mii costume. I think that was free.
Well,
I think that.
That one was free if you got past 1, but at the same time, that could also be seen as devaluing the value of past 1 if someone really cares that much about a Mii costume getting for free.
I mean, in all fairness, though, this pass, would we get like a friggin' Mii costume of like Link's armor from Breath of the Wild? Like, who really cares?
That's our next character, guys. We're getting Link drama.
Guardian.
Like, who cares, really?
I mean, I don't think anyone cares, but it's just a slight worry. But nothing as bad as the thing about Xenoblade Definitive Edition, which really pushes me off the idea of Rex.
So then, do you feel like they would be just Melia is more likely then?
I don't know if a Xenoblade character is likely in general, to be honest. I feel like if we get one, it would probably be Rex, but I'm just hesitant because we don't know anything about where the series is heading, and
well, actually, we do have a decent idea with because Mr. Tetsuya Takahashi from Monolith Soft, like they were asked like, oh, what games are you interested in doing? He said that they want to do Xenoblade 3. And they want to do a Xenoblade Chronicles X2 as well, and as well as a new property. And to make matters even more complicated, when they were Torn of the Golden Country, which was 2's expansion and prequel, as well as Definitive Edition, the remake of Xenoblade 1, they were both in development at the same time as another project. the Monolith Soft's Tokyo studio, they were working on 3 games simultaneously at one point. Torn of the Golden Country, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and presumably whatever the next Xenoblade game will be, which is either an X2 or a Xenoblade 3. So, also, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is the fastest selling title in the series. So I think the series has a pretty damn bright future, all things considered.
But you know what we really need on Switch? Xenoblade X.
Yeah, definitely.
So before I just want to jump in here before we go into another tangent or something. I just want to skip like C&J stuff off the front runners, can we?
Right, that's fair. That's fair.
Because when I get C&J,
go on.
That's all right. C&J.
Wait, about like 3 characters.
Not like you want or anything. Who do you think the 3 front runners are?
3 predictions for Pack 7.
It's not even that. It's not predictions. It's just who do you think's the front runners, like more likely winning of characters.
Yeah. Predictions.
Well, it's not like our personal picks or anything like that.
I don't know. There's a lot of noise. I'll just do this quickly. I think Gino is one of them. Rayman is one of them, and I don't know the third one.
Oh. That's pretty quick. Alright, now, I'll do mine in SpaceKing. You can do yours if you want. So, I think... the thing is, I don't even know. So, I know you could see a Xenoblade sort of character, but I don't think it would be just Rex. I think it'd be like Rex, Pyra, and Mithra sort of. Maybe like a triple threat sort of thing. Maybe like you do one attack, Mithra comes out, do another one, Pyra comes out. Maybe I don't know I don't know a lot about Xenoblade or anything like this. So maybe. I do still think we can see a Pokemon because the next Pokemon DLC comes out like soon. So I'm still thinking a new Pokemon. Is more like, well, I say it's like predictions. It's more like who we think are the most likely out of, because obviously the main ones were King K. Rool, Ridley, and all that. So I'm talking about those sort of characters. Like they've got all the support behind them. So because if I say like Pokemon and that's just like who I want really. So let me just change this around and say. I think obviously Juno's more likely. Waluigi's another one, and I know Isaac is definitely another one, but I'm not going to say him. So I'm just trying to think of another character that everybody's like behind, but I really cannot think because there's so many different characters that people want. I just can't keep up with them all. So I don't know. I guess like I guess a Namco rep. It has to be a Namco rep, surely. It's got to be Gino.
Lloyd Irving.
Lloyd Irving, yeah, or
I feel like, if I had to be honest, I feel like Yuri the Well has a better chance.
What's that, sorry?
Oh, you mean the protagonist of Okay, Yuri is the name of the protagonist from Tales of Vesperia, which is the second most popular Tales of game.
But also the most popular protag by far.
So, SpaceKing, who do you think's got the most support going from, as in popularity sort of thing?
Definitely, I think Rayman. That community has exploded in recent months. I don't know if that'll pan out to an actual inclusion, but I definitely do think that this class will have at least one character from America or the West in particular, right? So to that angle, I think Rayman has a pretty good shot. But I would put an asterisk there, just saying that with the pandemic and stuff, I wouldn't necessarily be confident in him for Fighter 7 because like it does make working together, especially like between like borders, a lot harder, right?
I know.
Did you just say Rayman?
What? Yeah, I did.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think Rayman has a good shot. Beyond that, I'd say I'm maintaining that. Yeah, I'll just say I won't say a specific one, but I will just say a Xenoblade character. It could be Melia from Future Connected, or it could be Rex. It just depends on what direction does Tetsuya Takahashi and Monolith Soft want to take the Xenoblade series in, as well as did Mr. Sakurai know about Definitive Edition, right? Because otherwise you're just almost like an ARM situation where it's like, oh, I can't include this character if I don't know about the game, right?
A rule the pro tag.
So yeah, either Melia or Rex, or hell, if you want to go wild card, like add a character from Torna instead, then so it would be Laura, whatever.
Like a few weeks ago, like when I think when Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition came out, in Smash Ultimate, was Shulk's render not changed? I think someone said that on Twitter that like it was changed a little bit just to look a little bit like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Yep,
I'm not sure that was true.
Just a little bit. It was just a tiny thing they did. I think they just like changed the tone, the color of his hair just like by like a single shade or some stuff like that, tiny stuff.
Oh my god, that guy's going wild.
Right.
So did you say your free?
But for my third character, my third pick, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I do personally believe those Golden Sun rumors. I personally do believe them, and I think that there's a good shot. I think that there's a good shot for Isaac. Maybe it's a bit too optimistic of me to say that because, like, you know, there's like my personal bias. I like Golden Sun, but I just feel that where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's been smoke for a while with those rumors, like the trademark, people on the inside claiming to have heard stuff, the studio heads at Camelot wanting to do stuff, the very messy and strange history of Mario Tennis Aces development. I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire, and I feel like if Golden Sun's going to come back, it's going to be in a big way. Because Nintendo doesn't have a core turn-based RPG. I mean, they have Pokemon, but that's much more for the casual audience, right? So if they want a turn-based RPG that appeals to the core gamer, they need to just look into their library, right? Just bring back what they have. And the Switch is a massive success for RPGs. We've seen it time in and time again. Xenoblade 2, huge success. Octopath Traveler, huge success. Xenoblade Definitive Edition, huge success. Dragon Quest XI's, huge success. So, it's very clear that the Switch is the 2B platform for the genre. If there's ever a time for it to come back, it's now. So, I'll hedge my bet there. I'll go out on a limb, say Isaac.
SpaceKing, we asked a question to Billy, and I want to ask it to you. How would you feel if we got a Gonson rep, but it wasn't Isaac? Say it was someone like Felix or Matthew, or protag of a Gonson 4.
Yeah, because that's what I said as well. I said, like, because, like, obviously everyone maybe thought it was Springman, but we got Min instead, and, like, Springman stayed as an assist trophy, so maybe Isaac stays as an assist trophy, and then get, like, Felix, I think you said.
We're gonna get Eisen from Gonson 1.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be perfectly okay with that. Because I just want Golden Sun to be acknowledged in a big capacity again. I feel like Nintendo and Camelot are just resting on their laurels when they have the potential for something really big and special with Golden Sun. And I just want to see that come to an end. I want Golden Sun to be the series that I know that it can be. And I'll just take just about anything. Like, even if it's not even a main character from Golden Sun, if it's just a party member, I don't care. I just want the official attention.
Time.
You know what? That would be a cool swerve. Just have the villain instead of the hero. That'd be cool. I'd take it. I don't mind.
We actually haven't had that as well.
What's up?
I said we haven't. As I said, we haven't had like the villain as like the main person to represent that franchise or their franchise.
I mean, if Tekken got in though, wouldn't it have been Heihachi, and isn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It hasn't happened.
Two of like the three main characters you could pick from Tekken, Heihachi, Kazuya, or Jin, two of them would technically be villains. So
it's the same with Soul Calibur as well.
Hawkeye already confirmed villains for DLC.
I mean,
when did he say this?
I think that honestly, I feel like that one-off quote is kind of stupid going off it because he directly said everyone's a pro tag after he said He was always going between Injera or Minmin. It sounded like that he knew that afterwards.
And CNJ, have you got a link to that? What you just said?
It was like a while ago saying they're going for pro tags or something like that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
to be honest, I don't believe that quite at all.
Yeah, because CNJ said they're all going to be villains or something. Didn't you say?
No, he said there were going to be no villains or something like that.
Right, here, let me explain. Basically, there was an article where, like, after Byleth was revealed, that Sakurai said that he thought there were too many Fire Emblem fighters and also many sword fighters. Like, too many sword fighters as well. And he went over a little bit about, like, Fire Pass 2 and stuff like that. He said that they're gonna be protagonists only, like, so they can fully represent the whole franchise. I'm sorry for the meme. I made a video on this.
There it is.
I actually did.
Honestly, with that, there's one thing that makes me think it's nothing. And this may sound weird, but it's the fact that Push Justin, when we had him on, didn't say anything about that. I feel like anyone would know about it. It would be him, probably, considering he's the one who translated this for Mitsu. That's the one part that makes me think it isn't anything. If I had to be deadly honest to how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Rayman is what you said as well. Like, Rayman, I think he's got a hell of a good chance, more than anyone else. He had a trophy in Smash 4. He's got, you know, I know it's not Rayman himself, but Rayman Legends was on there. But as I said, like Rabbids Kingdom Battle with Mario, that's really good as well. Rayman's got a lot going for him, I feel like. So Rayman was a good choice for that as well. So I can see Rayman being in Smash. I really can. And I don't care what people say about the whole amiibo thing. I do not think that counts. So
They just use... I mean, they made Link stand on piss in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see Rayman getting nothing. I feel like he'll at least get a Mii costume of some sort this pass.
And CNJ, I know he says too many Fire Emblem characters, but that doesn't say about villains.
Right, because you have to watch the whole video, because that's where the article is.
Look, I'm not giving you ad revenue for self-promoting. I won't stand for these conditions, CNJ.
I'm gonna say something regarding, you mentioned Fire Emblem. My friend had a theory about that, and I'll just share it here. I think he cracked the code. Why it is that Fire Emblem has so many characters? It's not because of a mandate or something. It's that it's just the series just keeps being at the right place in the right time, and that is to say, basically, each time there would be a Fire Emblem game, there just happens to be a Smash game coinciding with that cycle.
I just think it's funny at this point. I low key hope we just get another.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Cool.
So where was I? Oh yeah, we need more Fire Emblem in Smash.
Yeah.
I want to see people get triggered.
I'm just going to mute SpaceKing as well, because... Oh, no, I think he's done it himself. I think. Yeah, he's done it. Cool.
But now that he's gone...
So, yeah, I don't know what else to say, really, about this. All I know is Rayman's got a good chance. The protagonist thing, I talked about this, and I'm going to do a CNJ. I did make a video somewhat about this. It was kind of like him, well, it depends who you think the protagonist is, because I remember when you said about it's protagonist only, but then what is a protagonist of the fighting game? Because when you do a fighting game, everyone's the protagonist anyway.
Wait, CNJ, didn't you say you think Gino has a good shot for Pack 7?
Yep.
But wait, he isn't a pro tag.
So you say Mario from RPG's confirmed? Super Mario RPG? Oh, yes.
Well, guess what? Everyone's a pro tag in spin-off games. Waluigi is a pro tag, baby.
So yeah, it's the same with like Tekken. Like I said, it's the same with like Mortal Kombat. When people say, "Oh, who's the protagonist in Mortal Kombat?" Who do you think it is? Like what character comes to mind?
Probably Sub-Zero. But if you really want to represent, if you wanted to represent Mortal Kombat, you'd go with the face.
Yeah. See,
if you wanted to represent Tekken, you wouldn't go with while you wouldn't go with Kazuya, you may go with Jin, but the face of Tekken is Heihachi.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like with Mortal Kombat, I don't see Scorpion. I see Sub-Zero like you wear. That is like my go-to character.
But I definitely see Scorpion as the face.
Yeah. So, but that's me. It's the same with like Street Fighter. Who do you think it is? But then every time when you complete the arcade mode on
Dan's the true pro tag.
Well, I was going to say, every time you complete an arcade mode with one of the characters, they've won that tournament of Street Fighter. So it depends. Like, yeah, for fighting games, you know, obviously a bit different. So, but obviously, if it's a game you know who exactly the protagonist is, obviously they're going to get him. But again, we don't know any series. We haven't heard anything about the next character, which is very unusual because we usually hear something about it by now, but we haven't.
I mean, I'm guessing that's because we haven't actually heard from an actual direct of recent. So I'm guessing that's why.
Well, yeah, think of it like this as well. Like if you've got nothing to, well, what was the thing that someone said? If you've got nothing to
Reveal,
you've got or nothing to announce, you can't foul anybody or something like that.
Well, I'm guessing it's. If I had to guess, I think the pandemic's just hit Nintendo more than they'll let on. They want to save their big releases for the Christmas holiday. That's my personal speculation on it all.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, SpaceKing. Welcome back.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
So yeah, we were just saying about like who, like if you like obviously ARMS, like you say, oh, I'm, you know, who is the protagonist in Acts of this the Sakurai according to C&J? And I don't believe
I do remember seeing that article. I will give C&J that. I do remember seeing it.
And if that's true,
but I just think it's wrong. I just frankly think someone mistranslated that.
Yeah, probably. Even Push Dustin hates it when people do that as well, mistranslate it. And we're just talking about like if it's a fighting game, who is the protagonist in a fighting game? Well, everyone is the protagonist. It's not just because of Min Min. It's literally, as I was saying, so when what comes to mind when you think of Mortal Kombat, me and Wah said, you said Sub-Zero.
When you said Mortal Kombat, you said protagonist of Mortal Kombat. If you actually think of the series, I would think of Scorpion.
You think of the series as Scorpion, yeah? I see.
The series is Scorpion. The protag Sub-Zero.
Yeah. See, that's what I think is like Sub-Zero is the protag, 100%. It's the same with like Street Fighter. Who do you think Street Fighter? Everyone's gonna say Ryu or Ryu.
No, it's Dan. How dare you? It's Dan.
it's Blanca. But it depends. Like obviously, we have heard nothing about what series it is or anything. The next character, we haven't heard anything revealed. But if you don't announce anything for this time, then obviously nothing can go wrong. So we're just gonna have to wait. This brings on to another question. So when do you think we're gonna get the next character? When do you think we're gonna get a new direct? What do you guys actually reckon?
I think it'll be the next mainline direct.
Yeah, when do you think that might be?
Early September.
Early September? What about you?
Yeah.
I'm actually unsure, but I do feel like we'll get some kind of direct this month, and I don't think we're going to get a character revealed unless it's a general direct, which I doubt, or a Mario direct.
I can see it September as well, because there was I know it's 4chan, you don't listen to 4chan, but there was a 4chan leak saying you're going to get nothing in August, and they predicted a lot of things. 4chan, I can't remember exactly which one it was, and it's the next direct is in September. So they said Pikmin 3, like, in that, so...
To be fair, Pikmin 3 was literally inevitable. Same with Mario 3D World.
I will say not necessarily, because Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Oh, we haven't even talked about that yet. It's something I wanted to talk about. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Yeah,
we can talk
is
about
a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more significant than just a simple port, right? So I feel like there's a lot more to that than like the rumors stuff had pointed to the point where I honestly am almost left feeling that a lot of those rumors, while they got the game right, I don't know if they had the right information, because because like the way that the rumors hyped it up is just like, oh, it's just a regular Pikmin 3 port, or like, oh, no different. Like in your head, you just hear that and you just like no expectations that are different at all from stuff like Tokyo Mirage Sessions or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which are just almost straight ports, right? No, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, they have that new story mode with Olimar and Louie. They have the Picklepedia, in-game achievements, all the DLCs on the cartridge from the original game. So that's a really significant upgrade. I think it might be the biggest upgrade, period, on a Switch game. From coming from the Wii U, I mean, except maybe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which just included an entirely new battle mode. But I don't think it was as easy a prediction as it was, and if it was, then they should have definitely mentioned like all the new features and stuff that were included in the package.
No, I just meant a port of some kind. The extra content was something less predictable, but I just don't see a timeline I just don't see a big timeline where they wouldn't port that game.
Maybe, but you know,
the new content there is a surprise.
Right. Okay.
But this does give me hope for Mario 3D World. Please include Waluigi, bring him in a mainline title, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do Waluigi, but I could see Wario.
I just want a reference at this point. I'll take that. I'll take a cameo.
Wario with a purple hat.
Finally. I have been verified. Finally.
I was going to say about like Pikmin. We got like Paper Mario, which is good. It's not an old game, obviously. Origami is new. We got now Pikmin. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, personally, I played Pikmin 1, didn't even complete it, just played it a little bit. I really haven't got anything to add to this, so it's up to you guys. Take it away.
I bought my Wii U for Pikmin 3. That's the game that I wanted the system for. I saved up. I was like 14 at the time. I saved up an entire summer's worth of allowance and lawns mowed in order to get the dang thing days before release, just in time for Pikmin 3, and then I got it, and I played it, and I had so much fun, and I don't know what it was, though, I just sort of just forgot about it, despite how hyped I was for it, right?
Basically,
I think part of that was just because, like, it wasn't centered on Olimar and Louie anymore, and none of the fan theories and interesting stuff were right, and it was less plot focused. I know, a Nintendo game by Miyamoto that has no plot focus. What a shocker, right? And
this is new to me. I thought Mario games had the most plot. Don't you remember Mario Galaxy?
Yes, when they nerfed Mario Galaxy 2 because Mario Galaxy 1 had too much plot. And even though it wasn't really much plot.
We must cut Rosalina. She's given us too much insight.
Right. Right. That's the same sort of thing, where Pikmin 2 had a bit more of a plot than Pikmin 1, and because of that, well, can't do that. Pikmin 3 is no plot poised to be found.
Hey, don't worry, they did it well in Pikmin 4. Hey Pikmin was a true masterpiece.
Hey Pikmin was actually okay. I didn't mind that game. This is as a wacky spin-off, I thought it was alright.
Has anybody discussed Pikmin 3 or anything? Or we can...
I've never played the series, might pick it up, but I'm mixed on the series. I
was about to deafen myself because of a phone call, but somebody in the house picked it up. Okay.
Yeah, Pikmin 3, please give us more content in Mario 3D World. That's all I'm going to say. It gives me a bit of hope.
Even like the Mario 35th like collection, 3D collection thing, maybe Waluigi playable in Mario 64?
The only game that I could truly see remade instead of just a remaster is Mario 64, and that's because I feel like... And that's because of the chance of 64 Online be coming out this year.
Waluigi, playable in it. That'd be good.
honestly, I feel like if they remake it, I could see all the content from Mario 64 DS and then maybe an extra character or two.
Can you imagine that as well, where like you get the 35th 3D collection, Waluigi is like playable, and then Waluigi gets revealed for Smash? That would be like the great two things.
Just immediately, I'll be like, "Oh, and I can't use the argument that it's in a mainline game. Oh, shit, it's in Smash. What the? I didn't expect to get this far."
Yeah, can you imagine?
I would cry.
I believe you. It's the same with me. Like if Master Chief, if Marina, which I seriously doubt getting, I will join you in crying. Honestly, with my characters, like Master Chief more so. I will literally play Smash more than Halo Master Chief Collection. I will say this right now.
Good job.
So, good job. But what? What are you talking about? Good job. I'm not creating Smash.
Good job.
Okay,
CJ
some other topic. Another topic.
Yeah, that Metroid thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that Metroid thing.
I don't know much
also
about it, so.
I don't know a whole lot about the situation either, so somebody can start that off, I guess.
Yes.
Probably.
I've never played a Metroid.
Good job, CJ. Good job. I don't even know what you're talking
Why?
He's just gonna cut this part out and make a vid and record this to his upload this to his YouTube
Don't
channel.
give him ideas. Why would you give him ideas?
'Cause I'm a great friend.
So basically, is it Retro Studios? They posted on their Twitter that they're looking for a lead producer for Metroid Prime 4. They also have done this kind of stuff like for the past few months, past year as well. Like once each month, like once each 2 months. I don't exactly know the pattern, but they sort of sent out a tweet and an article saying, "Oh, we need someone for this role or someone else for this role." So yeah, that basically still just means Metroid Prime 4 is still in development, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
Oh my god, guys, Metroid Prime 4 hasn't been cancelled.
That means you're getting something from Metroid.
Oh, totally.
Okay, well...
Raid when? Raid when?
Has anyone else got anything to talk about? Not even as subjects, just anything like gaming related or anything, or Smash related?
Yeah. Well, gaming related. Nintendo released their sales numbers, and I think it heavily contextualizes just why it is that we haven't heard much this year. And it's gonna sound ridiculous to some people, but they just don't need to release anything with the numbers that they're pulling in right now. I'm trying to find this guy. He's a sales analyst. His name's Z Huge or whatever on Twitter. He usually covers this stuff. Trying to find the tweets. I know Game explained it a video too.
Hello everyone, John here.
that was much better.
Alright, wait, no, Nintendo has a part of their website where they cover it. Okay.
Today we're going to talk about Smash Ultimate. Sorry.
We're going to talk about Smash Ultimate.
Today
This is why your most wanted will never get in.
5 most wanted Smash characters.
Alright, so we got updated sales numbers on the top 10 best-selling Nintendo Switch games, okay? Number 10, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, 7.5 million copies sold. Number 9, Splatoon 2 at 10.7 million. Number 3, Super Mario Party at just near 11 million. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee at 12.2 million. Super Mario Odyssey at 18 million copies. Pokemon Sword and Shield at 18.2 million. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 18.6 million. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at 19.99 million. So, yeah, by now that's like 20. Easily. Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is the shocker. This is just like your mind's blown. And it explains why this game's just never on the store shelves. 22.4 million.
making it the second best-selling game on the Switch.
I had higher expectations.
Yeah, and then the first one is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with 26 million, I think.
26.7,
Oh god.
which actually makes Mario Kart 8 the best-selling racing game of all time. Yeah.
There's my Mario Kart 9.
So yeah, that's why Nintendo is resting on its laurels right now. It doesn't need to release anything. Do you see how much money they're making right now? Everybody was trapped at home for the pandemic, so they just used their money to buy a Switch and Animal Crossing, basically.
It's actually the good game to buy in this predicament, really.
I'm not gonna lie, I bought it, played it for like a week, and then just forgot it existed.
Yeah, I streamed it all in a week, done everything in a week.
No, I didn't even finish it. I enjoy Animal Crossing, but I just eventually got bored of it, if I have to be honest.
I know some people said to play some more of it, but I was like, I don't know what else to do because I've done everything I need to do. So.
Yeah. I've heard something now. If you run too much, you can randomly trip. Which is that true? I'm not sure if that's even true.
Is that sorry again? You cut out a little bit for me.
I heard if you run too much, like you can just randomly trip.
I don't know.
It's Brawl. Animal Crossing Brawl.
Anyway, so yeah, and on smaller titles, they did give some updates on some smaller games, and so they released updated numbers on on Ring Fit, that weird meme
oh no
walking game. That game sold 5 million copies. That actually makes it one of the best new IP debuts of the generation.
Wow.
Yeah, so expect more Ring Fit crap in the future. That's a series. That's officially a thing.
Hell yeah! I can't wait for the Ring Fit trainer to go into Smash.
In addition to that, they also confirmed that Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which launched in the end of May, this financial update was only released in the about 35 or so days after that point. The game sold 1.32 million in a month, so that actually makes it the fastest selling Xeno game, and not just the fastest selling Xeno game, but the fastest selling game that Monolith Soft's Tokyo branch has ever produced. And so Xeno is going to be big within the next couple entries. You can definitely expect more focus on that series from Nintendo in the future. That's also part of why I expect some stuff in Smash for that. Like, I definitely don't see them skipping Xeno in with future Smash stuff.
Wasn't there also something like Origami King's the highest or fastest selling Paper Mario game now? It beat something like what the hell was it called?
Super Paper Mario was Super Paper Mario was the fastest selling Paper Mario before. Origami King's not the fastest selling one, but the NPD, which is a group that tracks the sales of video games, they did get the financial data back from August, and Paper Mario the Origami King was the second best selling game of the month, behind only Ghosts of Tsushima. So that, yeah, Mario Origami King is doing pretty well, all things considered, despite the controversy.
To be fair, I only hear the controversy that isn't the 1,000-Year Door, and good for you. Good for you.
For what?
Good for you. This game isn't the 1,000-Year Door. Congratulations, Ultimate isn't Melee.
What? I'm confused.
It's not Melee.
But
I'm so confused.
I know.
You'll get used to it, Ant.
No. Alright, so if there's anything else, we'll just end the podcast there if you guys want to.
Okay.
Yeah?
I mean,
you guys want to end it? Yeah? Cool.
And it forever. I'm joking.
I have actually one last fun question we could end on.
Yeah.
top 5 assist trophy upgrades that you want.
Well,
That would
everybody
be
each.
an amazing question.
Ooh boy.
Why about you do 3?
Yeah.
Because we go big or go home.
No, 3.
I'm doing 5.
Goku.
Oh yeah, my favorite. My favorite assist trophy. But I thought it was already playable. I thought that was Hero and Lucario.
Yeah. And Ryu.
Ryu.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean, Chrono's Goku?
He's not in Smash. What are you on about?
I would really like Chrono.
I would, even though I don't know who he is.
Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't know what his backstory is.
He's Sword Boy. He go time travel.
Oh, another sword fighter. Oh, what did you say?
Or
He wouldn't be his swordsmanship wouldn't be his primary mechanic. It would be magic.
I don't even know what assist trophies are. So, go on in where you want to. This is your question. So go on, you go first.
Okay. Waluigi is my most wanted, then Isaac, then I'd probably say Lynn. 1 minute,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go to training mode so I can actually see the assist trophies. Just bear with me. I don't remember them all by heart. I asked the question and
I've just
prepared
typed
on
it in
the game.
Google. So.
Yeah, well I'm already in Smash Bros, so this is easier for me.
No. Right. Well, do you want me to do it, or just CJ, you go if you can figure them.
Alright then. Well, first obviously is Waluigi because he's my homie.
Pungus.
Second,
Big Chungus.
I do not really know. I would put maybe Isaac or Alucard. Then third, I'm not really sure. Like, I would, for meme purposes, I would definitely put the Fly Swatter or Thwomp, but I'm not because you guys want me to be serious for once.
Because no one can take you seriously with those choices. I want the ghost from Pac-Man. No, I'm joking.
Well, maybe the Thwomp. Maybe the Thwomp because Sakurai put a potted plant in, so.
He funny man. He go
But maybe my third. Honestly, Lynn probably could have the best chance, or Black Knight. Either those 2 Fire Emblem assist trophies would be perfect.
All right, I guess I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
For number 5,
Wait,
I would want. I'm going bottom up. I would want for number 5 Takamaru. I know he's like whatever. He's a swordsman. Whatever. I don't care. I really like his aesthetic, and most of our swordsmen that we have are either medieval or science fiction. I want one that's like medieval. I want one that's like a samurai theme. That's just so obvious, but it hasn't been done yet. Right. For number 4, I'd say I want Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western. I know that like fighting style wise, he'd be pretty dang close to Sonic. Again, I just don't care. I just like his whole like cowboy gimmick, and I did really like Dylan's Rolling Western on the 3DS. I thought it was a pretty fun game. For number 3, I'd say I want probably want Lynn. Again, a samurai thing, but in addition to that, Smash is a bit of a sausage fest. Let's be honest. Like, I think the guys and girls, it's like the guys outnumber the girls like 8-1. That's just kind of we need some more girls. And also with Lynn, she wouldn't just be a swordswoman; she'd also use her bow, which could be fun, as well as like various powers that she had in Fire Emblem. You could see a good mock-up of how Lynn would work in Smash through the Project M mods, which were cool. For number 2, I'd say I would want Shovel Knight. I just find his status as an assist trophy just outright baffling, in all honesty. I feel like, yeah, Shovel Knight, it's just like, why is he an assist trophy? He seems like the most obvious. Like, if you're going through the trouble of getting a character as big as him, and you went to the trouble of getting his rights, like, why on earth isn't he playable? It just seems like such a waste.
He hasn't got a moveset.
Yeah, he has massive moveset potential.
No, he has got a moveset. What are you on about?
He should have like,
Yeah, well,
he's not called Relic, no.
Yeah.
Oh God, kill me. And then for number one, this is the only character I genuinely need in order to just be happy with Smash forever. It's Isaac. I like I said, I said this earlier. I just need Golden Sun just to be recognized in the capacity that I know it's capable of being, and like Smash Flash and Brawl EX and Project M and all of them, they've proved that he's got capacity for an interesting fighting style in spades. So anyone who says he'd just be a generic anime swords fighter, they really just don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I just love him. His whole he's the silent protagonist, but he's like his whole story arc is about like how he learns to accept failure in his life versus most heroes that just get better and better as they go along. Isaac, he's the hero that gets jaded. I love that shit, right? So absolutely, I want Isaac. Number one, has been, probably always will be, because we know how it works in this bitch world. I'm not going to get what I want. And as an honorable mention, like, it would be number 6. I'd just say Waluigi, just because, like, just throw you guys a bone, because, like, I know he means a lot to you guys.
Well, ish. I would like him to get in because just for the fans. But...
I mean, he's been literally the only character I've actually wanted since Brawl, and pretty much the only character I've cared since I've got into Smash. I remember this thing about me. I was a dumb kid. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to unlock Waluigi in Brawl, and no, I couldn't unlock him.
Alright, then where do you want to go? And I'll go last.
Yeah, I've got mine. I'd say number 5 is probably Bomberman. Number 4, I'd say Lynn. Number 3, Akira. Number 2, Isaac. Number 1, Waluigi. For the love of God, please put him in Smash.
Alright, so mine, this is not in any order, this is just 5 assist trophies I would like to upgrade to a fighter. So, Crystal from Star Fox. I feel like we need another ice sort of character which we haven't got, and I would like Crystal as well. Female, another Star Fox rep. It's perfect. All the combinations you can think of all in one. It's definitely Crystal. Number 5. Number 4 is going to be Knuckles. I do like Knuckles over Shadow, and what they did to Sonic, having him basically have 2 moves, I don't trust him with Shadow, so I'm going to go with Knuckles so they can make a different move set off that, or for Knuckles really, for number 4. Number 3, I'm looking at characters. Oh yeah, it was Skull Kid, 100% Skull Kid, because we need another Legend of Zelda rep. I was going to go Midna, but I think Skull Kid would be the better choice. Okay, that's number 3. Number 2. Yeah, I'd say Shovel Knight. I would want Shovel Knight. He's complete for the reasons what SpaceKing said, but not only that, I actually thought he was going to be in Smash, considering that amiibo and stuff. And to have him assist trophy is good, but I think he would be better as a fighter. To get to acquire the rights to that must have been quite hard, and he's just an assist trophy. Number 1 will be Waluigi. Yeah, definitely want Waluigi in Smash. No other reason just because the fans want him. Honourable mention. I know we said just 5, but let's just have a quick look around here. Who could I give an honourable mention to? I like Street Fighter. Another Street Fighter rep would be good. So Guile, I would say. That's mine. So yeah. All right. So you guys want to end it there?
Alright, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that was good. I really did like the last thing to talk about. That was really good, actually. Alright, so guys, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today, and we shall see you next Friday. So, bye guys!
Bye!
Ciao.